Let's share the screen again. Yet again. The Unchosen that no one is reading. But that's okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. You read it. You had a good review on
I
it.
did read it, and I watched this video for the first time and thought, like, okay, this is a great video. I don't care if people aren't watching it. I'm going to put it on here and at least let our viewers look at it, and they can make up their own minds about it, because not everybody.
I haven't been working on anything else since this one because this one did so poorly, but I need to get back to it anyway. Well, we'll try.
All right, so you introduced it pretty much in the video, so I just play the vid and let people check it out. The Unchosen, and here it go.
She wakes up in a crater. They tell her, you did this. And then tell her, it's not your fault. In minutes, I'll show you the 3 receipts that make this comic book a must-buy. Today, we're diving into the first 2 issues of the new Image comic series, The Unchosen. This is a masterclass in world building, and I'm going to show you exactly why its story of secrets, power, and cosmic conspiracies needs to be on your pull list. Our story opens on a single cryptic line. In the beginning, there was the Word. Then eyes snap open. We meet Ada waking up at ground zero of a massive crater. And her very first word, it gets censored by this PG comic book. We flash forward. Ada is now a student at a remote academy-like institution, and she's already in trouble. She finds her friend Daniel at a dead bird, shaken. But before she can do anything, they're confronted by another student, Ezra. Ezra mocks her and accuses her of trying to bring the bird back. He sneers, you can't bring it back. You don't have the gift. Ezra's eye flares violet. He chants and the bird's eye opens. The body jerks to life. Ada doesn't hesitate. She does what any rational person would do when a bully starts reanimating a corpse. She punches him right in the face, a full-on crack. It's dope, but it immediately gets her in trouble. And this is where we learn the first rule of this place. The teacher, Alex, arrives and tells them the gift of the Word is no toy, and that the dead should be left well enough alone. So we have a magic school, a mysterious power, and a protagonist who solves problems with their fists. The story then jumps back in time to Ada's home right before everything. We see her mother lean in to say, you need to know something about us, and then the sky rips open. A violent purple void tears her mother away. The story stays in the past, jumping to one of Ada's first nights at the academy. It's when she first meets Daniel, who drops the second, much more concerning rule. Ada says she's leaving to find her mom. Daniel just stares. Nobody leaves the novitiate, not unless it's to fight. Ada asks, fight who? And Daniel's reply is a stone-cold cliffhanger. Not who, what? So this isn't a school, it's a fortress, a training ground for soldiers in a war against something else. Armed with this, Ada confronts her teacher, Alex. He denies lying and then quickly pivots to asking what she remembers from before she woke up in the crater. Ada's memory is a blur of dark and her mother being scared. But Alex reveals a crucial piece. He tells her, your mother and I, we were old friends. It wasn't anything romantic, but it was more than a friendship. Ada asks what it was. Alex looks down and says, we were going to save the world. So Alex and Ada's mom were a team trying to save the world. And this is where that world blows wide open. Ada meets the headmaster, who reveals the language they're all learning, Enochian, is a fake, a crude invention by John Dee. It's just training drills. The real power, the Word, she explains, is creation made manifest. And she demonstrates a blazing glyph of pure energy blooms in the air, leaving Ada astonished. The lesson isn't over. The headmaster leads Ada to a walkway overlooking something impossible. A colossal geometric engine of light burning into a cosmic void. Ada, stunned, asks, what on earth? The headmaster cuts her off. Oh no, my dear Ada, not even close. And that's where issue 2 leaves us. Okay, let's break it down. 5 reasons this series is an absolute must-buy. First, the craft. David Marquez's art is incredibly clean and expressive, but it's Marissa Luis's color work that does so much storytelling. The color tells you how to feel before you read a single word. Second, the lore twist. And if you're thinking, not another magic school story, that's the whole point. This story starts by telling you the school is a lie. The idea of a true language of creation versus a man made can't is such a fresh and intelligent hook that elevates the entire premise. It's less Hogwarts and more of the Matrix. Third, the central conspiracy. This institution is built on deception. The headmaster isolates Ada. You may notice a violet thread, Ezra's eye, the rupture that took her mother, and a close up on the headmaster earlier. Coincidence or signal? So we have to ask, are these people really the good guys? Fourth, the lettering and design. DC Hopkins' work literally censors Ada. Her rebellious spirit is so strong, her voice fights the world itself. And finally, there's Ada. She isn't a chosen one. She's an outsider, stubborn, scared, and the powerful engine driving this entire story. All right, that's the setup. If you want to see where this cosmic mystery goes, do 3 things for me. 1, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our follow-up when more issues drop. 2, head down to the comments and tell me your wildest theory. Are the headmaster and the novitiate the good guys? Or is something more sinister going on? And 3, support these amazing creators and buy this book. Links are below. And if you want to support the channel directly and get more deep dives like this, consider becoming a member. You will not regret it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
How about that?
You know, it didn't seem as bad that time. I've hate watched it a few times. Like, why, you know, because trying to figure out why it bombed. Like, why does it suck? What did I do wrong? Yeah. Anyway, it is a cool book. I just didn't do it justice, I guess.
I thought it was good because I haven't read issue number 2, so that caught me up with issue number 2 so far. Is issue number 3 out yet?
I don't think so. I think maybe it should have been out though. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely pulling that book. I'm interested in it, even if I didn't get anywhere with it. I need to. I've been thinking about it though, about doing another one. We'll see.
You should. Don't quit. I mean, I think you know, just because you don't get immediate success, quote unquote, you know, to the degree you expected, you know, it's still you're building something, you know.
You might have lost me to Magic the Gathering. I don't know. We'll see.
Plus, it's football season again too, so I hear you.
And football is back. Yeah.
Yeah. Was this individual issue? Viewers don't get many reviews in my. That's the thing. I mean, it's not for most of us. It doesn't. You know, I don't know. It hasn't been for me, and for Damien either. So, but it hasn't stopped us. We're still doing it. You know, we're still.
The Unchosen number 3 will be in the preview when we get to that. It's next week.
Oh, awesome! I can't wait for it.
And shout out to the homies Sicko and Biggie, my Discord brothers. We be kicking it. Hit me up for a Discord link if you're not too old and feeble and you can figure it out.
All right.
Not pointing any elbows.
Jesus Christ.
Not pointing any elbows. Actually, there we go.
Wow. Okay. All right. On that note, we'll go to my video here, which is Gorilla. Or I should say Godzilla. I gotta get some new glasses, man. Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone. That's the only thing I really read this week that I kind of liked. So there you go. I'm gonna talk about that particular thing. This is from IDW. I have a video here somewhere of it. There we go. So here's the deal. The Dead Zone is basically the Pacific Northwest, and it's become a dead zone because it was hit with a kaiju kind of a bombardment. And the inhabitants of this new world know that the Dead Zone is to be a walled-off portion of the Pacific Northwest, sequestered after the most disastrous Godzilla attack the country has ever faced. The government would have its citizens believe that nothing is still alive inside the dead zone, but nobody believes that. There are stories of a man, or rather a half man, half kaiju, who travels freely throughout the dead zone. And some say he can even kill a kaiju. And some say that he's not the only one of his kind. Now, this first issue just kind of lays out not the complete history, but we see a few glimpses into the history of this half man, half kaiju. And he has a tail, and I think he's kind of like he used to be a real person, but somehow when the whole kaiju thing happened, the same, I guess, mishap that created the kaiju created this guy. So now he's like still wandering the dead zone. He's carrying this like photo of his what used to be, I guess, maybe his wife or his loved one, and he has flashes of his past, but still he's he's wandering this hellscape, not sure what the hell is his future is going to be, and we don't really know much about his past other than that it's very very well drawn. And who's the artist on this? Actually, I can find the book here. I buried it. Where the hell did the book go? There we go. The artist on this book, which really drew me in, because I was saying it looked kind of like the art from this thing called Cheech Wizard by Von Bodie, I believe the name of the artist was, is Pablo Tanica, and it's written by Ethan Parker and Griffin Sheridan. Yeah, the art is really what drew me in, because I'm not even gonna lie, a Godzilla comic book person. I like some of the Godzilla movies, but as far as comic books go, it's some things I read, some things I watch on TV. That's just the way it is, like you like video games and for some things or whatever, and don't like board games for other things. So that's how I feel about Godzilla. But this is it actually drew me in with that. This plus the whole Pacific Northwest thing is like it's not the earthquake or the tsunami that gas, it's the damn kaiju. So there you go.
Who would have thought?
They're doing a whole lot of Godzilla stuff now, and this is I don't know which there's another like Godzilla. There's like so many Godzilla books I can't even list them. Actually, I'm going to start trying to list them, but this one in particular I do like a lot. That's Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone, and that's from IDW, and that is your abbreviated version of what's good for this week. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up.